All right, guys, let's have some fun here. So shout out to this DRC archive channel. Only 815 subscribers. That number needs to go up because this person put together all of Dave Rubin's predictions over the years. And man, you're going to get a kick out of this. This brought a big old smile to my face because, look, I'll just say it plainly. If I had this track record that you're about to see, I would have been retired. I'd have been picked a different field, not in politics, not making predictions. I'd go find some other job because this is earth-shattering. This is literally nobody should ever listen to you ever again. You are this bad at your job that anybody who's listening to you is telling the world horrible things about themselves, right? Like you're admitting you have your own mental deficiency if this is the kind of guy you like to watch and the kind of stuff you like to hear. Because he needs to change his name legally to Wrongy McWrongington, as you're about to find out. Here we go.
There's a certain set of political people who can get everything wrong all the time, and they somehow survive. I would say you could go back to my track record. My track record is pretty solid.
Wait for it. Here we go.
My personal belief is that I think this thing's going to go on for another month, maybe 2 months. I've been saying for months. I think he really is just trying to get through maybe 3 debates and shift the dial that much that then he's going to be the attack dog for whoever the real candidate is. I think he kind of likes Kasich. I think maybe he likes Rubio, and then he'll be the attack dog, and then they'll just be the the nice guy candidate.
You don't expect he'd do a third party.
I don't think he really wants to be president. He's just playing us. You know what I mean?
That was back when he was with the Young Turks Network and he was pretending to be a progressive. That was his commentary then. This guy Trump, bro. This guy Trump. He's not going to win. He's not even trying to win, bro.
So, all right. So it's time for predictions because I only got like 2 or 3 minutes left. So look, I said a year ago, I don't think this blue wave is going to happen. I just see too much exposure of these bad ideas to really believe that. And the media can't quite get it, which shows you how archaic. My suspicion would be that there is good. I'm not going to call it a red wave. I just, we don't need these silly labels on all these things. But I suspect that the Republicans will do better. The Democrats kind of get crushed.
The exact opposite happened. Democrats had a giant wave that year.
Make this thing work in Canada. We need that, what you're presenting. So if you've got anybody, can you send them our way when you're done with this thing?
Don't deal.
There's some new information we can share with you now. You just saw it. Jaime Batiste is elected, but this is the big story. Maxime Bernier has lost his own riding.
Lisa, the dairy farmers will be throwing champagne in the cattle feed tonight.
So there's no way they're going to accept the election this time, and I do think Trump's going to win, most likely in a landslide. Trump is going to win, and he's going to win in a bigger way than he won last time. Sounds crazy, but Trump's going to get 30% of the black vote, and they know it, and that's why they're freaking out. I tweeted about a year ago that Trump's going to get 30% of the black vote. That's an insane. No one in their right mind would say that.
Support was 15%.
15%.
15% approval.
Yeah, I'm guessing it could be around 30%. I think that 30% is going to break very hard to Trump. That's not going to show up in the polls because they won't say it in the polls.
Right. So Trump obviously lost the election, but he didn't get 30% of the black vote. He got 12% of the black vote. Oh my God.
So you think it's a possibility that he could still be president?
Oh, absolutely.
You do?
Yeah.
Oh my God. This was after Biden had already won, and Sidney Powell and Rudy Giuliani and those idiots were making noise about stolen election, bro. We're going to prove it in the courts, and we're going to make sure Trump wins because he won, bro. He's out there feeding into that. Dave, falling for that? Oh my God.
First off, let me say that I don't think this thing's over yet. I don't either. I really don't. The fact that Giuliani's leading this thing, this guy wins. He knows how to win. He knows how to fight. We talked about the mafia thing already. Like, he knows how to do this thing. So Powell, who was the lead lawyer on the Michael Flynn stuff, it's like
Really up on this.
yeah. So like, these are true fighters who have really done things over the years. It seems to me he did not get this far without thinking, what is the final boss in the video game? And the final boss was the election. It seems odd to me that the guy who got everything right, pulled the mask off all of these people for 4 years, only to get to the end of the game, the big boss, if we're in a video game, right? He got to the end of the movie, and he didn't have a weapon in his pocket. He didn't have some. So like at the end, you're at the end of the movie, you're at the end of the video game, the big boss, and he didn't have a secret weapon. He didn't think that the entire machine was going to come down on him in the way that it has. The silver lining, I think, is that because he has beat them systematically, or systemically, depending on which way you like it, I don't think he came this far to know that at the end, you're at the final boss of the video game, that he didn't have a secret weapon. I think he probably knows things.
Wrong.
There's a moment happening in California right now. And as they say, as goes California, goes the country. Everyone in the last couple weeks that approaches me about the election, they say the same thing. Do you think Larry has a chance? My answer is always yes, right? Like there is a chance. Like there is energy, there is pushback.
He thought Gavin Newsom was going to be recalled and conservative radio host Larry Elder was going to win the governorship in deep blue California. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Like it's here, he's the right guy. Does Larry have momentum? Yes. Are the people sick of Gavin Newsom? Yes. Does anyone like Gavin Newsom? No. Do a lot of people like Larry Elder? Yes. Think about what's happening in America right now. Basically all of America, except the progressives, want there to be a black governor of California. There's such on the ground support that the media will never cover that this does feel a little bit to me like Trump 2016. If it's Gavin Newsom, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris, and now Joe Biden versus Larry Elder, me, and Scott Baio, I like our chances. We're going to be all right. And look, if it's me.
Oh, the self-aggrandizing is off the charts, man. Holy shit. He was straight up trying to suck his own pecker in that one.
Scott Baio and Larry Elder versus Gavin Newsom, Barack Obama, and Kamala Harris. I like our chances. I really do. So bring it, guys.
Because the Associated
They brought
Press
it.
has now just called it. You see the numbers on the bottom of your screen. You see the check mark there, 67.3, 32. Yes, that means that Gavin Newsom will not be recalled. The Associated Press has now called it.
Was that one stolen too, Dave?
Really think Zeldin is going to win in New York. That's the one that I think is the big one, okay?
We can also project that New York Governor Kathy Hochul will win her first full term in office, defeating Republican House Congressman Lee Zeldin.
It is almost beyond imagination that Fetterman could win, okay? So I think Oz will win there. I have a lot of hope for Oz because I feel like he's sort of cut from my cloth.
Here it is. Fox News can project that Lieutenant Governor John Fetterman will win the Pennsylvania Senate race over Dr. Mehmet Oz.
He's a little bit like Jim Cramer. You know how people say whatever prediction Jim Cramer makes, bet on the opposite because Jim Cramer is always wrong. It's like a law of nature. We got a little bit of that going on here, don't we?
I do think Blake Masters is going to win in Arizona as well as Carrie Lake. Carrie Lake, who I think of all of the people is sort of the real lock out of these guys for tomorrow. She has just become a media all-star. She is just laying it out with these nonsensical questions.
Midterm. Fox News projects Democrat Katie Hobbs will defeat GOP candidate Carrie Lake out in Arizona for that gubernatorial race.
There it is. We are now projecting that Mark Kelly is the projected winner in the Arizona Senate race. Mark Kelly being reelected to a 6-year term.
They got to put this video in the Louvre, bro. Holy shit. This video is something special.
Really think the Senate, it could end up 54 Republicans. I know that's bullish. I'm very bullish on something like 54 in terms of the Senate for Republicans. I really am.
Raphael Warnock.
This guy, man, look, you got to call a spade, right? Like this guy, he's one of those people who is not able to separate out what I want to happen versus what I think objectively is going to happen based on the evidence and the data, right? He can't do it. He can't do it. And that's kind of embarrassing. If your job is to talk about politics, you need to be able to separate out, look, I want X, Y, and Z to happen, but I think A, B, and C is going to happen. He can't do it. He can't do it.
Has won the runoff in Georgia 4 weeks after we held the midterms in 2022. The Senate, Democrats at 51, Republicans at 49.
And as you know, it's possible that the Republicans are going to win a Senate seat in Washington State.
That is the Republican Party needs to do a really
not even close
deep introspection look in the mirror right now because this is an absolute disaster for the Republican Party and we need to turn back.
I suspect Tudor Dixon is going to take down Gretchen Whitmer after all the COVID lockdown insanity.
So we can project that Michigan Democratic Governor Gretchen Whitmer will prevail over Republican Tudor Dixon in that Michigan race.
Nevada. What's the guy's last name?
Laxalt.
Let's say he wins it. Let's say
he was DeSantis' roommate in college. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
There it is. That's the check mark.
Oh, wow.
Catherine Cortez Masto declared by our decision desk the winner of the Nevada Senate race with Catherine.
It's in the mirror now. It's in the back mirror, and we can say, AO, see you later. AO, see you later. And I really think there's a chance. And as I keep saying, we just got to get to a point where in America we can look in that back mirror and say, AO, see you later. Enough of her. Her reign of terror is almost over.
Oh, man. 70% to 27? Oh, I'm having way too much fun. I like this too much. Oh, this is so great. I love this.
She's got a chance to lose this election. She really does. I think there's a chance we're not going to have much more with her. I think she could lose this election. I think anything is possible. That is how frustrated and sick of the woke people are. There's going to be this massive red wave, and that's partly why Biden is using the scary imagery. So the Democrats know they're in for an ass a whooping. That's what they're in for.
And there wasn't a red wave.
You're going to vote for the Republican.
I
right?
want Ron DeSantis to be president.
I know, but it's going to be Trump.
We don't know.
Well, 41. So he's going to make up 41 points.
41 points. I mean, I look at these polls like.
Look, okay. To be fair, I gotta own up on this one, bro. I thought DeSantis had a good chance too. I really did. I thought he had a good chance to win the nomination because I thought Trump fever was. We were a little past Trump fever, but no. The reality is Trump was just not beatable in a primary. But the problem for the Republicans is he's also toxic in a general, right? So if anything, we should be thanking Republicans because it's like they can't win with him, they can't win without him. He's going to get through the primary. All of his candidates are going to get through the primary. Then they're going to shit the bed in general. It's what's happening with Mark Robinson right now in North Carolina. He's down like 10 points in North Carolina. Okay. All right. So I'm a little sympathetic. But to be fair, Dave Rubin was holding on to, no, I think DeSantis has this, like way past where it was reasonable to think that.
700 people via text.
Okay, who's lying
over the course
now?
of 2 weeks.
Who's lying now? You think DeSantis is going to beat Trump for the nomination?
So, Michael, George Santos is having a better year than Ron DeSantis. DeSantis is throwing spaghetti against the goddamn wall.
Look, I am still hopeful for the presidential election, as I have said, and I know no one else in conventional wisdom is saying it. I don't know why Kim Reynolds, a super popular governor of Iowa, decided to throw in with a guy that we're supposed to believe is 50 points down, who just went to all 99 counties and everything else in Iowa. I think Iowa is going to surprise people. I really do.
Donald Trump once again. Well, let's take a look at the results in detail. Donald Trump scored a landslide victory to kick off the Republican primary race, securing 51.1% share of votes. Ron DeSantis is projected to finish in second place at just over 21%, edging out rival Nikki Haley, who's sitting at 19%. This map of Iowa counties shows the scale of Trump's victory.
That list of people that we got, which included Tim Scott and Marco Rubio and Doug Burgum, and who else was on that list? Byron Donalds, J.D. Vance. There's about 5 or 6 people. My gut feeling is that it's not going to be someone on that list. And Trump is just a master at switching things at the last minute. Oh, I'm supposed to fire one person, I'll fire 2 people. So he's even doing that. It's that skill set that he's doing with all of us right now as it pertains to VPs. The base wants J.D., but I don't see how you go to the base. Like, I just saw Tulsi Gabbard speak at the Nixon Library tonight. Honestly, just between you and me, what do you think of her chances of becoming VP? Is this? Can we broadcast this directly to Misty? Misty, this is just me and you right now. I would say they're pretty good.
Oh my God. Prediction, Tulsi Gabbard gets a nice bounce after the next debate if she gets any talk time in. She was at 1% after the debate. Quinnipiac poll, Biden 35, Bernie 19. Prediction, Andrew Yang will have the biggest jump after the first debate because he has substantial differences with Bernie, Warren, Kamala on $15 minimum wage, free college, identity politics. Biden then will have to choose to move in that direction or dive fully left. So Andrew Yang, biggest jump after the first debate. Let's see if that happens. Harris surges after first Democratic debate. Bold prediction, Trump is going to drop Pence in the next couple days and take someone in his inner circle. This is October 9, 2016. Didn't happen. Prediction, ESPN won't exist as a cable sports network within 5 years. ESPN may be worth $22 billion. One of the 6 top-rated networks. I'm going to make a bold prediction and say the XFL will be a massive success this time around. XFL files for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. XFL lost around $60 million in 2023. Prediction, universities as we know them will be irrelevant in 15 years.
You know what? Here we go. I'm going to make a bold statement. Michael, I'm going to make a bold statement today. Bold statement. Here we go. If Joe Biden is sworn in on January 20th, 2021, and he completes a 4-year term, actually completes a 4-year term, I will retire. I will retire at the end of that term. That will be it. I will disappear in just over 4 years. 4 years and about a month and a half. That'll be it. That's how convinced. I will just disappear from public life altogether. I will delete all of my accounts, and then you'll never hear from me again. That's how convinced I am that it ain't gonna happen. He will not be president for 4 years. He either won't be president at all because of the election fraud and all that kind of stuff, which, by the way, is gaining momentum. We're not even really covering it that much today, but it is actually gaining momentum. Giuliani was at a hearing in Arizona today. They found some really bizarre stuff with these these late night 1 a.m. to 6 a.m. vote dumps.
Oh my God, he literally didn't know about the red mirage scenario. Dude, if you do any reading about the election, you'd come across articles talking about the red mirage scenario where it will look like Republicans are up, but then when the mail-in votes come in, Democrats take the lead. Oh my God, he's such a hack. He's such a hack. How the fuck can you talk about the election and not know about the red mirage? It was everywhere. Oh my God.
Pennsylvania, Rand Paul was tweeting about it this morning. I mean, there's just some stuff going on, but I do not think that one way or another, Joe Biden will not be president for 4 years. Anyway, so am I a wizard? Do I have a magic 8 ball? Am I from the future? I don't think so. All I am not, I'm just not a completely brain-dead moron.
I don't need to add a goddamn thing to that, man. That video speaks for itself. That just let the artwork speak for itself. Let Dave Rubin speak for himself. That was glorious. Thank you, DRC Archive. We love you. That was really something special. So anyway, send it to anybody you know. All 3 remaining people who like Dave Rubin. I don't care if you're on the left or on the right or in the center. I don't care if you're a fucking fascist or a communist. I don't care where you fall on the political spectrum. Show them this video. And there are some undeniable takeaways that are not too kind to Mr. Dave Rubin. All right, guys, that's the show. I love y'all. Thanks for listening, man. Everybody do me a big favor. Please click like and click subscribe. That helps out big time. Costs you nothing. And thank you to everybody who supports this show on Patreon. Remember, guys, I'm one of very, very few shows that has never taken any money from advertisers. I don't have any conversations with advertisers. I don't make any brand deals or anything like that. We get the default YouTube ads, of course, but that doesn't require me to cut any deals or talk to anybody and push a product. I'm opposed to doing that sort of thing. So a lot of the money for this show comes from you guys from the ground up, paying on Patreon, $2 a month, $5 a month. Thank you for everybody who does that. The show could not work without you. And please consider, if you haven't yet, $2 a month, $5 a month, whatever it may be. And that's all I got for you guys, man. I'll see you all tomorrow. Everybody have a great rest of your day. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop. And watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.